Twitter. Share. Hey, everybody. I don't know if we're live right now. We probably are. I hope everybody's well. It's Mercury Retrograde, the very first day of Mercury Retrograde, but it's all good. Everything's going to be really, really great. You shall see. Mercury Retrograde is such a interesting time because everything sort of slows down and you have a chance to really catch your breath. So that's a positive thing about the retrograde. But I wanted to talk about a few headlines we have going on today. One thing that I think is interesting, if you can see what I see, is that a federal judge has approved the unconditional release of John Hinckley Jr., who wounded the late President Ronald Reagan and 3 others outside a DC hotel in a failed assassination attempt in 1981. Do you remember that? Do you remember the assassination attempt against, what's his name? Reagan. I guess he was obsessed with Jodie Foster, and then he shot or went to shoot Reagan, and then he proceeded to read The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, and apparently he was a really big John Lennon fan, and he liked Catcher in the Rye. I don't know why Catcher in the Rye was necessarily triggered him, but apparently it did. But he's being released, and I hope Jodie Foster's okay. I hope she's not worried about him being released. That would really be a shame. But Jodie is a tough cookie. She is a Scorpio, and she can handle a lot of stuff. Oh wow, I got people in the chat. This is my first time doing it, so I really do appreciate people being here. I decided to do something new under the Mercury retrograde because that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. But sometimes things can work out. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hello, everybody. So nice to see you. I'm so good. Yeah, so it's Mercury retrograde, and everything's going to be awesome with the retrograde. It's really going to be fine. In a lot of respects, it gives us a time to relax and slow down and chill out. Otherwise, it's a good time to do anything with the re prefix, like revise and reunite. I find that like reunions are really good under the retrograde. Like if you have a chance to meet with some people from the past, you can pick up just where you had left off, and that's really good. Other stuff that I think is going on today that might be interesting to you is that let me see here. There was something in the news in regard to who's the other one? Will Smith and Jada. Do you remember who I'm talking about? Jada Pickett or something? I forget her name. She's really a big deal. I should know her name. Will and Jada. Let me just pull it up for you. Oh, here it is. Okay, good. So Will and Jada, Will Smith, right? So apparently there was an article in GQ in which Will Smith reveals a lot of different things. He said about compromising for his career, revealed that they both have other sexual relationships, and recalls a time he spent 3 years planning. He spent 3 years planning a party for her that she hated, and said it was ego driven, which I think is interesting. The whole concept of birthdays, sometimes like when you're with a partner, especially a Libra like Will Smith, like your birthday is really, really important to them. It's really interesting. Like it's almost like their birthday. But yeah, it was interesting in terms of Will and Jada. Apparently they're being accused, or he's being accused, of oversharing about their relationship. And it's a little bit sad because they were sort of like the black poster children for marriage. So it's really it's a shame. The other thing that's important today, before I have to go, it has to be a really quick live stream, is that it's Gwyneth Paltrow's birthday, and that is pretty awesome. She's such a talented actress, but I wanted to show you her chart just to give you an idea of what she's like astrologically. Is this her? Here it is. So, it's really fascinating. She has a Pisces rising, so that makes Neptune the ruler of her chart, and Neptune's in the ninth house, which has to do with like broadcasting. And so Neptune is like magical. It's like a higher octave of Venus, and essentially it makes you really, really beautiful. And it's Venus exalted, so that's why she's so gorgeous and does really well on screen. Additionally, she has Jupiter in the 10th house, and Jupiter gives you blessings. And the 10th house has to do with status and career and honors. And obviously, she's been very, very lucky in that regard. Her North Node's in the 11th. The 11th house has to do with hopes, dreams, wishes, and ideals, and love of the masses. And obviously, she has a lot of people that love her. But look at this. She has a crazy ass stellium in the 7th house. 1, 2, 3, 5 planets, 4 of which are Libra, in the 7th house of partnerships, which is it's the house that rules Libra, and also can rule your audience. And then she has the Sun conjuncting Pluto, which makes her very, very, very powerful. I think the cool thing is that, with Neptune ruling her chart, that's why she's able to be so charismatic. And if you notice, this moon makes a beautiful sextile with her Neptune, but even actually scratch that. That's way too broad of an orb. It's her, where is it? Mercury. Mercury makes a beautiful aspect with her moon, because that's 11 degrees Gemini, and her Mercury is 11 degrees Libra. So she's able to communicate her emotions really effectively. And you could say that there's a wide sextile between her Neptune and the moon, but that is pretty wide for my money. So let me go and watch you guys and see if you guys have any questions. I apologize if this is, oh no, you see a black screen? Oh my goodness, what am I doing? We can't see the chart? Oh my God, how terrible. I'm so sorry. Can you see me? Can you see me now? It's, oh, here we are. I'm sorry, guys. This is a Mercury retrograde catastrophe. Good thing it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, you didn't see it. We can't see the chart. It's not showing on our end. I'm so sorry. I am live streaming, Carlin. You can't see your screen. Oh, I know. Apparently I need tutoring. Good thing I'm seeing Carlin later. But yeah, so we have Gwyneth Paltrow's chart, which we couldn't see, but essentially she has a Pisces rising. Neptune's the ruler of her chart, which makes her a really great actress. And that's really about it. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about Mark David Chapman. Is it Mark David Chapman? No, it's Hinckley. Mark David Chapman was the guy who shot John Lennon in 81. Hinckley is the guy who's being released. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. We couldn't see the chart. I know, I'm sorry, Fran. And also about Will and Jada. Do you think that like couples should overshare like that? Like, I think in some respects, it's actually a really good thing, because we understand more about relationships because we see them as role models, or a lot of people might. And then finally, Gwyneth Paltrow. I'd love to hear what you have to say about Gwyneth Paltrow. I really like her. I think she's really beautiful and a really, really good actress. Do you guys have happy birthday, Stell? Do you guys have any questions about Mercury retrograde or anything before I go. I have to jam and get ready for my next appointment. It's a little bit of a lag. Yes, I remember. We just couldn't see the chart. Apparently, I have to get a better live stream thing. Yeah, so Mercury retrograde is going on until the 18th of October, but it's a perfect universe, so everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. It's all about relaxing and reflecting and anything with the re prefix. And it's a perfect universe, as I said in my latest Organize Your Ass Astrology video. It's a perfect universe, so we can actually use this retrograde to our greatest advantage. Is it causing tower events? Thank you, Carlin. Carlin's so good to me. What advice do I have for people of the week? Is retrograde causing tower events? I don't know if it's causing tower events. It's usually stuff that is miscommunicated. That's like the big thing with Mercury retrograde. Technology can break down. Things can get misconstrued. You're not necessarily communicating as quickly as you normally would. Advice for the week, I would say this week it's really more about like letting go and relaxing as much as possible because we're still under the waning moon influence of Pisces. And also under the retrograde up until the 18th. Just take it down a notch. Relax a little bit if you can. Review, rest, reunite with people if you so desire. Definitely think twice before doing a live stream. No, I'm just kidding. Think twice before doing anything that you think might be problematic. Like when in doubt, leave it out. Like if you think maybe I shouldn't mention this to that person, or maybe I shouldn't write this scathing email or this nasty social media post and post it, then definitely don't do that because we can't unring a bell. And under the retrograde, it can be we're not thinking as clearly. So it's better to leave it out as opposed to say something about it. I know, Carlin, you're absolutely right. To write, John Morgan asks, what's a good astrological time to write? I will say in terms of writing, this is the time to revise. So if you wrote a manuscript previously, or even a scene previously, or anything that you've done previously, this is the time to pull it out of the drawer and actually work on it. Just because Mercury's going in from our perspective in reverse, so it's a really good time to revise things. So do that with all your writing. That would be really good. You've had better thumbnail. Congrats on the one solo live. Thank you. I appreciate that. Technology breakdown. Thank you for mounting the like button. But yeah, essentially, do whatever you can to anything with the re prefix up until the 18th. Continue to like let go as much as possible under this this transit, because it's just important to do whatever it is that you can to take it down a notch with the Pisces moon full moon energy that we have still in effect with the waning moon. Guys, watch a bit of Johnson. A horrible person, you can still do good things. Yeah, and the thing is too about the retrograde that I'm going to end on is that it's a perfect universe, and you can actually, if you've had things that you had planted the idea before then you might find yourself implementing them under the retrograde. Sonia! Oh my God, I'm so happy Sonia's here. This is so nice. So hi Sonia. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I played everything for a second time this weekend. I'm glad you're watching Organize Your Ass Astrology. Check that out. It's much more neat and much more together than this live stream. But yeah, just do whatever you can to relax and chill and enjoy your life. And I hope to do more live streams. Hopefully, I'm going to get better at it. Thank you for your your patience with me today. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to say about Hinckley, right? Will and Jada airing out their dirty laundry in public, and Gwyneth Paltrow. I love her. And yeah, so I will hopefully see you guys soon. And thank you again for being patient with me.